Okay, let me ask Mr. Gabol that Mr. Asad Iqbal said that at this moment they are not ready to become part of the government in the center because they say that by doing this, President Musharraf obviously would administer the oath from the new government, new cabinet, and of course the Prime Minister, and that's why they don't want to face him in that ceremony, and that's why they are not ready to be part of the government. Do you think that is the case, or there are other certain reasons?
Frankly speaking, our party is not comfortable with their demands, what they are saying that they will not be a part of the government. We do have doubts in our minds why they are saying like this, because if they have problem with Musharraf, that's a separate thing. But they have to share the government. When they're supporting Pakistan People's Party, Pakistan is in crisis. All the political parties which are supporting the restoration of democracy, they should be the part of the government. Because if they are out of the government, whatever happens in the country, they will blame Pakistan People's Party. We don't want to take all the blames. Pakistan is going in a crisis, like there is a crisis of electricity, there is crisis of water, there is crisis of price hike, there are many crises, there is crisis of judiciary. So we don't want them to stay out of the government and later on blame us. Your parties
like to take them along?
Because they have to share the burden on their shoulders also. Because if they are supporting, I don't know, Mr. Nawaz Sharif, I'm very much thankful to him that he has said that he will be supporting the government for 5 years. But this is not a way to support the government, to remain outside the government. They have to be in the government.
So there are still doubts and skepticism?
Frankly speaking, yes, we have doubts in our minds. Yeah.
What do you say to that? Because that's why people are still skeptical, because the kind of animosity the two parties have had in the past, people are still skeptical that whether this honeymoon period can long last.
I'm 100% sure that the past experiences have matured them. Nawaz Sharif, Asif Ali Zardari, People's Party rank and file, the rank and file in Pakistan Muslim League. Actually, what has happened, some people may not agree with me. The freedom of judiciary, the genie which has come out from the bottle on 2nd November, recently, 2nd November, this genie is not going to go back to that bottle. Now the judiciary of Pakistan, I mean the lawyers of Pakistan, the civil society of Pakistan, the entire political parties of Pakistan, left, right and center, they have all come to common points. Now this is not going to go back. Sooner the better. Our army, those institutions, our people in those institutions who still are thinking that divide them and sabotage everything, that is dangerous for Pakistan.
You are saying that judiciary should be restored, but Mr. Gabol said that personalities are not important. It's the question of
institution.
It is not the issue of one person, it's not the issue of lawyers. It is a sort of revolution. After 60 long years, for the first time, our judiciary has stood up against the dictators, against a coup d'etat, which was going a coup d'etat into coup d'etat. On 2nd November, what was going on? A person, just for his own personal interest, that somebody or the judiciary is going to stop me to be a candidate in uniform. A new phenomena came in as the army chief. Emergency was declared, which was resisted by our superior judiciary. 7 judges ordered the entire executive not to do this. Unfortunately, our executive didn't support the order of the Supreme Court. Supreme Court has got no armies. Supreme Court has got no private gunmen.
Let me interrupt you here because we have to go for another break. This is, of course, a very important issue because now the question is also being asked that is it possible really to bring back all the judges that were sacked on the 3rd of November in 2007. We discuss more on this after this short break. Welcome back. Mr. Gabol, before the break we were talking about a very sensitive issue regarding the restoration of the judges. And People's Party somewhat have a different opinion. They say that obviously they are in favor of independence of judiciary, but at the same time they have to see that whether constitutionally or it is possible practically to bring back all those judges who were sacked on the 3rd of November. What's the position right now, clear position? Do you have any clear position on this particular issue?
The clear position is that it is too premature to say right now, because we have left all these issues to the parliament, the newly elected parliament, to decide what to do. Let the parliament decide, let the two-third majority decide. Muslim League Nawaz and Pakistan People's Party and ANP and all other parties here, we are all in favor of restoration of the judiciary, but in not a manner which the other parties
are. But you are against the steps that were taken on the 3rd of November?
Of course, we are totally against what the step was taken on the November of 3rd. It was totally, I think, in haste Mr. Musharraf took, and the country was in crisis because of this emergency.
But on the same question, even today the Supreme Court of Pakistan dismissed 3 petitions regarding the controversial national reconciliation orders, and subsequently all the NAB cases against your party co-chairman Asif Ali Zardari were dropped. And according to the Attorney General of Pakistan, that NRO was also part of that 270 AAA amendments that was made by General Musharraf into the Constitution. So on one hand, you are against the steps that General Musharraf had taken during last few months, but at the same time, you are supportive of NRO.
Because we are not against, we are against the step, we are against the emergency. We are against why the government, why Mohtarama Shahid Benazir Bhutto, she came, she went to Dubai and she came back the same night when the emergency was imposed in the country. We are totally against it because it's an anti-democratic move. I'm not talking about NRO, or I'm not talking about the judges' behavior, but yes, this move, we do oppose the emergency which was imposed on the November of 3rd. Right now the problem is that all the other parties are saying to restore the judiciary, but let's see what the parliament does. I mean, we have to wait and see. Let tomorrow, maybe tomorrow, the notification about the elected MNAs will be issued, and I believe that the first week of March is very important. Let the MNAs take oath, and after that we will prove our 2/3 majority in the National Assembly.
But if we can assume that if you have the 2/3 majority in the parliament, then would you pay heed what the APDM saying, restore the judges, and of course that impeach President Musharraf?
This I personally cannot decide on my own, because it's my party to decide. This will come into the party Central Executive Committee, the co-chairman Asif Ali Zardari, and we are already in discussion with the other parties, Muslim League Nawaz, ANP and other. We have worked out some modalities on that also, but let the time come. It's too premature to say what we will do.
But Mr. Achakzai, what would you want really from these parties?
I'm not a constitutionalist, but Pakistan is the country, and this is the Constitution of Pakistan. Its Article 190 says, yes, judiciary starts from Article 175 to, I don't know how much, around about 20 pages. Article 19 says, all executive and judicial authorities throughout Pakistan shall act in aid of Supreme Court. It's quite clear. All executive and judicial authorities throughout Pakistan shall act in aid of the Supreme Court of Pakistan. Supreme Court of Pakistan gave an order on 2nd November against emergency. It warned executive, it warned the army, it warned even high courts and Supreme Court not to go near PCO. So who will, this is the Constitution.
So you are saying that the answer is simple, that we should go back to that
definitely
7-member judgment.
Definitely. From that day on, Nabil, from that day on, whatever is going on in this country, that is unconstitutional. The barricade around Chief Justice House.
But then what would happen to those who took oath under the provisional constitutional order?
They have violated the Constitution. They all have violated the Constitution.
So you are in favor of applying Article 6?
We would not apply that. The things must go to 2nd November. Thing must go there. 7 judges of Pakistan, for the first time in the history of Pakistan, 7 judges have confronted the takeover, military takeover. 160 million people are behind them. Our police, our army, if they don't come to the fold of Constitution, they are violating their own constitution.
Okay,
and that is very, very dangerous.
Let me ask, even your party colleague, Mr. Ehtizaz Hassan, would also say that it's a very simple matter. You don't need two-thirds majority. You need a simple executive order to bring back all the judges.